gonna dig out this curly dock right here, and we're gonna put a apple tree. I'm not sure what kind of apple tree or if it's a standard or what it is. So we're gonna put it in here and recreate this shade garden. So dock is not usable really for any of the livestock. It's toxic. You can use different docks for medicinal purposes, but it really does spread super rapidly on the farm, or especially in good soil like we've got here. So we're gonna pull it out, put something a little bit more usable in here. I think it'll be a bit better. So they're just digging that hole as deep as possible. And we have quite a large root base on this apple tree here. Planting fruit trees is a pretty simple process. All you do is dig the hole, place the root ball in, make sure that as you're planting it into the ground, you're lifting it so that the soil goes down into all of those root areas. Then you're gonna lay your compost on the top. That's gonna encourage good root growth. And then after that, you can lay a nice layer of mulch.
Let's check it out here.
And then you're done.
Probably fairly close.
A little bit more for you.
Okay, maybe. All right, so I'm gonna leave it in. If you wanna maybe just take that little tiny bit, yep, we'll cut a hole in the ground so that that can lay straight. Yep. And we'll do the same here. It's best to help it. So if we can't make it go out, yeah, then we'll cut those roots off and prune them. Yep, that's perfect. And then, okay, we want it to be, we don't want to bury it past that. So what I'm gonna do,
You're gonna hold it?
is I'm gonna have you guys push some dirt around the root.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna lift it up.
Okay.
And that'll help it kind of sink in there.
Okay.
Try to get the dirt part and not the
Underneath.
mulch so much. Yep, if we don't mix that in too much. We'll just try to put the layers back kind of how we pulled them out. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up. That just helps it sink into the right place here.
Okay. Wow, that's so pretty. I like that.
Awesome.
I like that.
So I will come in here and I'll cut these all off here.
Why are you gonna? Oh, because
So they're suckers, and they'll just
okay.
take the energy out of that. Perfect. And then what we're gonna do with both this apple tree and our raspberry patch is we're gonna go get some compost and some mulch, and we'll lay it over the top. So we'll also stomp him in so we don't have any air pockets.
Huh. My husband will feel very vindicated. I'm not a stomper. But apparently that is the thing to do.
There we go.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's our apple
Hey.
tree all planted in the ground. So we have no idea what variety this is. We have no idea if it's a standard or what, but it'll be right at home here in this spot. So they're gonna haul that out to the chickens. The dock is gonna go on the burn pile because I don't want it to spread in the garden, and that will be that part done. So with this apple tree, what we want to do is we want to make sure we plant it in what's called a guild. Now, a guild is just really a fancy term for a group of plants that help each other in some way. So we have our apple tree here. Next to it, we already have an existing rhubarb plant right here. And that rhubarb plant is going to grow really big, help shade the roots, which will keep moisture in. And then also we can eat the rhubarb in the meantime while we're waiting for apples. But also rhubarb leaves make amazing mulch. So you can just chop and drop those right next to the tree. And that will provide some food for our apple tree. I also noticed out here while we were digging up this big old plant here is this baby comfrey. So we don't even have to give it a comfrey plant. Comfrey is a great plant right here that will just be a good chop and drop. It's a great fertilizer. We do also have some pine berries, which are a white variety of strawberry. Those are starting here. And the reason that this whole section is a little bit crazy is because we have these great big pine trees that were growing up here, and they were not very healthy. So that guy right there, where is he with the silver? There's my finger. That guy right there, the silver hat's our neighbor, and he is obviously very knowledgeable. Watching him drop these trees is incredible.
Did you start now?
He dropped that big one laying down right there, but he did 2 at a time. He put a wedge in the first tree, and then that big tree knocked the other one over. It was really great. Here it goes. Timber! Watch, it's gonna knock him. Oh, he missed. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh no, don't fall on the guys. Okay. Well, he's gonna try to fall that one now and see if he can knock it over, I bet. Well, maybe.
Can I show the video?
Okay, here's the UFO. We have UFO. Okay.
Mom, watch this. Mom,
Okay, let's see what he's doing. What was once a beautiful, lush, no weeds shade garden turned into a very weedy, very grassy, full sun garden. So we're gonna take it back. There is also asparagus in here, so we're gonna have to pull all of this grass out and basically start over. But this is a good spot for a very beautiful, very tall apple tree. So this is our chicken compost machine. We're gonna take everything from this wheelbarrow and we're gonna spread it out. These guys know it's spring and it's time for free ranging, but they don't get a free range till the end of the day. Otherwise they don't go back to bed in the right place. So we're just gonna haul this out here and we're gonna use this to break down. This is just grass that we're not putting the dock out here. We're gonna burn that. So if you're interested in learning about our chicken compost system, I'll put the video up here for you guys, and be sure and watch that after you watch this video.
I smell the poop now.
Right? It smells like Chico. So great.
You just gonna put it over there?
Yep, go ahead and just put it on all the way around that apple tree there. Perfect.
Like a nest.
Yeah, nice apple tree nest. So another reason you want to lay down mulch, not only does this provide the fertilizer that these trees and plants are going to need, but they also provides a good water retention. You see there is a lot of suckers up around the base of that tree there, so I'll cut those out. And other than that, I'm not going to do any pruning to this tree since it's a little late. It's already starting to bud open, so we'll prune it in the winter time, but this year we'll just let it grow. Okay, so here's our wood chip pile. This is not the bark wood chips that you'll get from a typical landscaping company. This is freshly chipped trees. Now this pile has been sitting here for a year or two, well, about a year. But it has a whole bunch of leaves and pine needles and all kinds of stuff in it. So that's going to provide your plants with food while the bigger stuff is breaking down. You do not want to use anything that's just, like a dead wood or bark type mulch. That's not what we're after here. So this is going to be our top layer of mulch. It'll help keep the weeds down and it'll feed those plants over the long haul. We're going to place this mulch around the apple tree, and then all that's left to do is wait and watch it grow.